I'm going to do the video. This video is just talking about the maniacal, obtuse attitude in the United States of America. It's going to be a short video. I'm going to talk about how things have not changed, how people are still treated the same, regardless of the years that have gone by. African American people that which we call black have a right to argue about being mistreated, because the maniacal, obtuse attitude and sentiments and abuse that has been levied their way from the Caucasian people in America and others as well is still real. It's alive and well. I'm doing this, I'm not getting down on any particular people to the point I'm blaming them for everything. I'm just bringing out some valuable points. And one of the points is that the reason why you got all the strife and all of the poor personal relations, public relations going on between the races of man, the ethnicities in the United States of America is because the country's never gone forward. We're still stuck in Jim Crow. We're still levied between colonialism and imperialism. We still have the attitude of 1619. We still face the brunt of oppression from 1492. And we still feel the effects of 1955 and 1957, 1963, 1964, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and onward. The obtuse treatment has not gone anywhere. The maniacal attitude is still present. There is still no justice in the land based off of the laws that's written for white supremacy. The lead white man or Caucasian man had nothing to do with the laws, but they abide by them and they benefit from them because of association. That doesn't excuse the fact that the majority of them are just as bad off as the rest of us. But the obtuseness that we face has gotten so bad until we got people come out of the woodwork that call themselves leaders, but really are pleaders. You got other people that come around, other individuals that are siding with the oppressor. And they're looking at others and saying, why can't you do this? Slavery is over. Well, based on the 14th Amendment, it's not. And also, if you look at things for what it really is, still the same thing goes on today. You still can get locked up without due process of law, shot down without due process of law. A lot of things can come about, can change, but they haven't because of due process of law. People in this country, the oppressed majority, not the minority, are being oppressed by laws that have been put in place for over 200-300 years ago. And they're still prevalent to this day. So what are we going to do about it? You can't vote peace in. You can't vote reparations in. It won't work because the system is set to work as it's designed to work. Even they'll tell you themselves, the alt-right and white national council, they'll tell you this. They'll tell you that this is a white establishment and that we're supposed to rule, and it's not about equality. See, first of all, if you're dealing with a people that don't want equality among men, you got a problem right there altogether. First of all, that's the biggest problem. You got a problem with people that desire not to respect one another based off of their humanity. They can say we can strike that humanity thing right off the bat, because if you don't have land that you tie to, then you have no humanity. Immigration killed the black society. Integration. If you really want to know what destroyed the black community, the black family, integration did it. Integration was never intended to unify the races. It had nothing in common with that. That was not the guise and point. It was to unify the economy. The same way that the Civil War did over 100 years ago, before. It was to save the economy, to unify the capitalist system. It was not about bringing the people together. I hope that this will help a lot of people that have really believed that the civil rights movement was about bringing the races together as in one, to hold hands and sing and think about heaven and stuff like that. And, everything's okay. The paradise of the earth, the garden of Eden. We're all one family. It was never, ever, 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 ever about that. Never. That was not the point. It was about saving the economy. And if they had to tear down one economy to save the whole economy, so be it. African Americans lost everything. When I was growing up as a child in Clinton, North Carolina, there was 13 grocery stores, black grocery stores on one side of town. Today, in the county of Sampson County, there are zero. Zero. The disenfranchisement of the civil rights movement stipulated black people all over the place, mentally, spiritually, and physically. It stipulated us. It stagnated us. It made us to the point that we had nowhere to go except to the other establishment that was owned by the white man or the Caucasian man. Now it's gotten to the point, it's not just the white man, it's the Korean, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Arab, the Hispanic. You got the Filipino. You got all different types of men that are flooding the so-called black community with their goods, ripping them off, and the black man is standing with his feet in the mud and don't know which way to go. The reason for that is because the leadership sold us out for a so-called dream of integration, which was a terrible idea. The real idea should have been human rights, not civil rights. Civil rights don't apply to you as a whole. Civil rights applies to anyone now, to gays, lesbians, to women, to disabled people, to foreigners. What started out as a bill, so-called bill for blacks only, which it never was either, has become a commodity for a lot of people. It's become a bill to protect a lot of people from all kinds of abuse and discrimination. But the very people that it was supposed to help first, it hasn't helped at all. As a matter of fact, it's helping destroy those people. So when you look around at the African American community and you want to know what the problem, where it starts with integration, it starts with the Democratic Party, it starts with the liberals, it starts with their leadership, it starts with disenfranchisement, it starts with a lot of stuff. But it basically starts with the obtuse attitude and malignant nature that we face every day. Every day. That is still the reason for all of the pain. We are facing a malignant tumor coming from about two people to destroy us. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. And the way around that is this. Accepting what's really happening to you, realize that it's not natural, and know that it cannot last forever, and find your way around becoming a victim to an obtuse, malignant system of oppression. The system of oppression is the malignant, obtuse leadership and the foundation, the cornerstone of the corporations that run everything from east, west, north, and south. How are we going to get away from this? Takes working together as a community first, then connecting with other people around the nation and eventually the globe. But it will not happen by being integrated first and not taking care of home first. And it's nothing wrong, and it's nothing deliberate about helping your own first. Because guess what? You have a problem. And the problem is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So in closing, what are we going to do? We're going to recognize that this malformative situation that we're in, that's causing all kind of grief, causing injustices, has got to go or be alleviated. But it cannot be alleviated if the crux of the problem is an abhorrent, obtrusive, vindictive, horrendous attitude coming from an obtuse people who is in control of a malignant system. Have a good day.